Now, if a photographer began losing his sight, you might think his days of looking down a lens were at an end. Not so one man from Dumfries and Galloway who's discovered a new lease of life through a form of digital photography. Ewan has the story.
This might look like an ordinary shed in an ordinary garden, but it actually transformed someone's life completely. 4 years ago, Norman Taylor started to lose his eyesight and his lust for life, until he found a new use for his shed.
I've been taking photographs since I was about 14. When my eyesight deteriorated, I thought that was the end of my photography. I wouldn't take any more photographs because I couldn't see the dials on my film cameras, even with the magnifying glass. I was really depressed at the time. Why me? Why has this happened to me? My pal that I used to work with in forestry in Northern Ireland came and stayed with us for a night, and we walked around the garden and discussed my sight. And we stopped at the shed, and Patrick produced a digital camera with a big screen on the back. So we took a couple of photographs, and even though the image that was in the screen in the back of the camera was blurred, I could still see the shape. Patrick suggested that I take 150 photographs of the shed, and I thought at the time, he'll be lucky. He'll be lucky if I get 10 photographs out of this. To date, I've probably taken about around 1,300 images. Without people thinking I'm crazy, the shed nearly has a life of its own because it changes in all the different lights and the different atmospheres, the different seasons.
Well, I'm getting it now. So there's two of us in mad. So this is the inspiration.
This is the inspiration. Nothing's been sort of cleaned up or tidied up except one time Anne thought, oh, look at the state of that window, and cleaned the window.
Don't touch my cobwebs. Because the cobwebs are fantastic, aren't they?
The cobwebs are fantastic. There is one of my photographs that I took of a fly, and I called it Death in the Shed.
The detail's amazing, isn't it?
It's interesting because you see, when I point the camera at it, sometimes I can't see all the details. Then when I download it onto the computer, I can have a look at it.
How close do you have to get into, say, that image there, before you're really getting a feel for the picture?
Well, I can just see from this distance, which is maybe 2'6" away, a blurred image, and for me to get it, I need to be about here, which is maybe, I don't know, 10 inches, foot away from it. And it's just surprising once you can zoom in and zoom out what else is in the image.
So what's it like actually seeing it up on a wall, finally happening?
It's absolutely fantastic.
Excited?
Oh, absolutely.
Does it make you scared what might have happened if the shed hadn't appeared in your life?
Yeah, because I just don't know what I would have been doing or what the future had in store. I like the idea of taking photographs of trees.
What about that tree would do it for you?
It's the way the light's shining, the way the sun's shining on it, and it's wet, and it's got like a shimmer.
So did you ever imagine 2 years down the line you'd be on your hunkers taking photographs of trees?
No, I just couldn't see any further than that until I got my digital camera and started photographing my shed, and now, as far as I'm concerned, the world's my oyster. It changed my whole life because I was really depressed at the time when my eyesight went, and my partner Anne keeps reminding me that I just wasn't only depressed, I was Mr. Angry. It's been absolutely tremendous. It's lifted me out of the depths of depression.
And Norman's exhibition runs until the 27th of this month at the Mill on the Fleet in Gatehouse of Fleet.